This is episode 187. Are you stuck trying to figure out what to talk or write about? Imagine if there was a resource that will give you an unlimited amount of new questions to answer and topics to discuss. In today's episode, I want to tell you how you can use Quora to find all the juicy things that you can talk about. So let's get started. Welcome to the Calm Marketer Podcast. My name is Kenneth Fong, a digital marketer on a mission to help businesses thrive. I'll bring you on my marketing journey where you'll get to learn from my experiences as an INFP navigating an extroverted world and get actionable marketing tips for your business. Thanks for spending some time with me today. Now let's begin. All right, I wanted to talk about a very important issue that a lot of content creators face, including people who are entrepreneurs, solopreneurs, or freelancers, marketers who are creating content for their clients or for themselves. And everyone faces this, and that's the question of how to create quality blog content or just content in general that's quality and on a consistent basis, right? So if you are creating content every single day, I can speak for myself. It is pretty difficult. It does get difficult on many days trying to figure out what to talk about for these podcast episodes. But I've built a process. I've kind of figured out what I can do to make sure that I always have ideas that I can educate you guys on and help you guys out with. So throughout the day, I just use my phone and I jot down any interesting topics or ideas that I want to talk about during my episodes. I also, and I think I've mentioned this in a previous episode, but I do read up on a lot of marketing news, marketing topics. And not only does that educate me, but it also allows me to kind of give you guys my take on different marketing news and topics. And I also just started to use Quora. Now, Quora has been around for a while, and you guys know what it is. It's a platform that allows people to ask questions and also answer questions. So it's a really nice community of people helping each other out. Now, the reason why I decided to actually start using Quora was because I was just browsing YouTube the other day and I came across a YouTube video by Ed Leak titled How to Find Hot Content Marketing Ideas in Minutes. I'll include a link to his YouTube video so you could check it out in the show notes. But he basically gave me the idea to start using Quora. And I decided to use it, and it's been pretty good. And I was able to figure out how I could use it on an ongoing basis. And I wanted to share those cool ways you could use Quora to create quality blog content or just content in general. So the number one thing you could use Quora for is to find questions that haven't been answered in your community before, or to find popular ones that you haven't thought about, right? So whatever niche you are in, all you do is just go to Quora and then just type in the niche that you are in or the specific keyword that you want to write about. And when you type that in, you'll get a whole list of questions that people are asking, right? So this list of questions will give you ideas that maybe you haven't thought of yet, or you'll figure out which ones are most popular. So a tip for you guys is when you do a search, on the left-hand side, you have 3 filtering options. So you can filter by type. My recommendation is to click on questions because it'll only give you the questions people are asking. And then you can also filter by author. This one is not that important because you can either filter by all people or people that you follow or type in a specific person. Just set it as all people. And then the last type of filtering option is by time. So you could filter by time, by hour, day, week, month, year. So if you want to find trending topics, select by hour, day, or week, or month. But if you want to find topics that are more evergreen, just the all-encompassing, very popular topics or questions, select all time. All right. And another way you could use Quora is this is really good for blog posts. So you could find questions to help you write roundup posts. So what is a roundup post? A roundup post is essentially a blog post that is kind of like a listicle format where you talk about the top 10 things or the top tools or the top things around whatever topic, right? So for example, you could answer a question about, where to find free stock photos online. That could be a roundup. So you could list out all the free stock photos that people can use online to get free photos for their content, right? So what you do is just search free stock photos online or free stock photo websites, and you'll see all these people listing out these free stock photo websites. So all you do is just go through them and select the top 10 that you think are the best ones to create your roundup post. Really cool, right? So really great way to leverage other people's answers to help you do the research. And the last thing that you could use Quora for is to ask the question you want answered for your blog post, right? So if you are doing research and you don't know the answer to something, or you want to know of a specific statistic or someone's take on a particular topic, all you do is ask the question. Now, I did ask a couple of questions. I've had my Quora profile for many years, and one of the questions, or the only question that I asked, was back in many years ago. I asked, what is your tried and true cold emailing method to selling digital marketing services? So I asked that question, and 5 people answered. And these answers are actually pretty good. They are not simple 1 or 2 sentence answers. People were listing out, 3 things that you could do, all of this really great information. So you don't need to go digging around Google to find these answers. All you do is just go on Quora and ask the question. So, and these questions, one caveat though, is that not everyone will answer very quickly. So if you need a very quick answer, Quora might not be the best place, but you could be lucky depending on the topic. But the answers do come in on a slow drip. So that's something to keep in mind. But you can always look at the questions that people have already asked and then look at those answers too to find your answer. All right, so that's essentially what I wanted to let you guys know. Start using Quora. I think that website, it hasn't been heavily used too much by entrepreneurs that I know of. So if you want to create really great content that people are interested in, use Quora to help you out, right? So rely on the resources that are out there for you. And I also wanted to let you know that aside from Quora, I've been using SEMrush, which is more of a keyword research tool, but SEMrush also lists out questions as well. So it's very similar to Quora, but Quora is more user-based, so other users will answer, but SEMrush is totally driven by their algorithm, their crawlers that really see what are the most popular keywords and questions people are typing into Google. And SEMrush will actually give you a list of questions that people ask around a particular keyword, and it'll rank it by search volume. And that's really important because search volume will determine how popular that question is. So that's one great feature of SEMrush is the search volume feature. And that's something that Quora doesn't have, right? And SEMrush, I think you could use SEMrush for free. There's also a paid version as well. But if you want to check out SEMrush, just go to thecalmmarketer.co/SEMrush. thecalmmarketer.co/SEMrush. All right, let me know what you think of this podcast. Just leave me a rating and a review. Just go to ratethispodcast.com/thecalmmarketer. That's ratethispodcast.com/thecalmmarketer. And let me know what you think of this content. So with that said, I will speak to you on the next episode.